Kurt Cobain smacked a security guard in the head with his guitar, blood started pouring everywhere, the security guard punched Kurt in the face, and the band had to run for their lives when this dude's crew was literally trying to kill them for it in the alleyway behind the venue after the show. Here's the insane true story. It was 1991 in Dallas, and they were playing this tiny club that had like 600 people packed inside. The air was super thick and it was really humid, and the crowd was already out of control. Half the fans were these old school punks, and the other half were these like drunk jocks. So midway through the set, it's absolute chaos, and there's zero separation between the band and the crowd. So Kurt's like getting kicked in the face by people climbing on stage, and it's just absolute madness. Plus the PA system kept malfunctioning, it wasn't working, everything was just going to hell, and eventually Kurt lost it. He snapped and started smashing the soundboard with his guitar, and then he dives into the crowd. But when he was getting back on stage, this massive security guard grabbed him, and Kurt just straight up cracked him in the head with his guitar. This security guard started bleeding everywhere, blood was all over the stage, and then punched Kurt square in the jaw. It was total pandemonium. So the show ends, and the band is obviously like, what the just happened? They're all shaking and just hanging out in the dressing room, and then their tour manager bursts in and says, yo, there's a bunch of dudes outside that want to kill you. So just lock the door and stay in here until I come back. So now they've got to find a way out of this venue without being seen. So they try to sneak out the back door and into a cab. Kurt gets in first and then Chris, but right before Dave can jump in, somebody spots them and yells, that's them, get those motherfuckers. The cab actually skirted off and left Dave all by himself, and those dudes caught up with the cab and smashed the windows out before they could drive off again. They were legitimately out for blood, and I guess they just ran right past Dave as he was standing there, because he eventually got a ride back later. But that night, Nirvana learned just how batshit crazy this new life of fame was going to be for them.